Hey guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're jumping back into some more Project Architect. So, I hope you guys are ready. So, getting started today, boy do we have some more fun Powah stuff to get done, plus some bonus content. So, let's take a look at what I've done so far. So, when it comes to Powah, we basically have everything done since we automated everything last episode. So I set up some autocrafts for basically all the different components that we really need to autocraft, including the reactors. So there are several generators in this pack that we can actually use to basically generate power, which is pretty nice. We have the reactor, solar panels, thermal generator, magmatter, and then the furnace, right? So we have all these different ones. The one I'm focused on is the reactor because it is going to generate the most power. This requires 36 blocks of said reactor, which we're going to hopefully be working on this reactor, which is nitro. So we need 36 blocks of nitro. As you can see, we have 56 crystals here, and we might need more than that, but just to get our basic, just one reactor, let's see if we can produce 36 of these. Okay, so it says right here we're missing 88 nitro crystals. So 88 nitro crystals is not that much, considering I think it makes 12 crystals per operation. So the one thing that I'm going to need to do is probably make nitro energy rods. And I need 9 of them. And so let's see if we can make 9 of these to hopefully jumpstart. So we're close. We're close. Nitro, let's do 6 of them. Okay, so we can do 6. So I'm going to go ahead and create those. As you can see, it makes them almost instantly. Now, these are really going to start consuming our power. So at the moment, you know, we have our power here that we're producing, but 24,000 RF per tick is not really that much when we're spending 20 million just to make the nitro here. So it does cost 20 million RF. So we may even be limited just specifically by the amount of RF that we have. So if we have 6 of those, I'm going to go ahead and just replace the top section here. And we'll get these. As you can see, I've already replaced all of the nitros, all the main cables, and set those to nitros. How did I manage to break this cable here? I don't even know. Notice how it always links to the wrong thing as well. I thought it would link to the closest. I don't know how it's calculating that to be the closest, but it is. So I wish there was a way to just click on them with the new ones and it would just hot swap them. That would be really cool, but not a thing. So we'll place that there. Hopefully it keeps consistent with all the same ones. Almost. And there we go. And then I'm just going to link all of these, and this should generate a lot quicker. And I have these down here pointed. Let's see. We just spent basically all of the stuff that we needed. But this should hopefully jumpstart our production. And that way we can get in that reactor. So as you can see right here, I mean, it's going a bit faster. But still, man, that takes a lot to be able to produce these nitros. So where exactly am I going to be placing a reactor, you might ask? Well, right here in the center is going to be our first one, but we might end up with reactors on all of these. And since we do have facades, well, I should be able to chop this all the way down to the center. And this right here should allow me to hook in refined storage with some cables. And this will be the first like major project that I've had so far that is going to be utilizing these facades in such a large way. So I need this to come all the way up here because this is how we're actually going to automate the sending of the items. And I'm hoping that I can send items and fluids potentially through the same export. If not, I may have to sort of change the way that this area looks. But we should be able to just like smack this thing right here. And as far as facades go, isn't it iron nuggets? I'm just going to grab some iron nuggets. At least I thought I was. Transmitter not in range. Oh, so notice my transmitter's not in range. The reason is because we don't have enough power Oh, so this is what I was saying. Our buffer has ran out of power, and that's why I was totally right. This is not enough. 24,000 is nowhere near enough to support this. So this is all out, which means we probably need to pull this out of here. And we'll see if our power comes back online. Not looking like it. So that means we're pumping way too much in there. And so we probably need to limit it. Yeah, we just don't have enough power yet until we get this reactor online. Well, after kind of fixing our power problem, I do have my range. It is back up and running. But yeah, we're still sort of waiting on this. Let's see. Nitro. I think we need like over 100. So we're up to 72. So by the time I get done with this, we'll probably have everything ready to go. I want to see how these panels are going to match up. Yeah, you wouldn't even know. This is not wood. Once these panels are up here, you wouldn't even know. Look at this. This is completely obscure. And that's what I love. So back when I played Stone Block 2, that was probably one of my favorite mod packs that I've played. And Stone Block 2 had the ability to literally hide basically everything. I was able to just cover everything, where all of my automation just sort of looked like it existed as if there was no cables hooking to anything. And so I was able to just hide everything, and I really loved that effect. And I'm so glad that Refined Storage now has the covers and stuff again. Oh, it just makes it so much more possible now. So here we go. We basically have enough stuff, enough of the nitro now, that we can craft this bad boy. This is the top tier reactor. I'm just gonna say that again. This is the top tier reactor. Yes. It doesn't get any better than this. So as you can see by me just holding it, I can place it down. But we're going to use that here in a second, because we're going to use that because it builds itself. We're going to use it right over here. Hopefully I can just place it. Yeah. Like this. Choose your side, I guess. And there we go. It literally will build itself. I love when like multi-block structures do this for you. Oh, it's so nice. And there we go. Perfect. And so it's complete. Now it may look like the only place you can automate is by like inputting from like this side and stuff, but it does have all kinds of different settings inside, including power and how you send water to it. And then it also has like an auto mode for turning the reactor on and off, which is awesome because usually this would be something you would do with redstone normally. And as you can see, when it has less than 70% energy, basically it'll shut off. So it won't waste your fuel. That is incredibly handy. So let's pop down here and let's see what we can't set up as far as refined storage goes. So there's a few things that you need to feed this. So we need an exporter. And like I said, I might need more than a exporter, but we should be able to plop that there. And now we have fluids and items. I don't know if it's specific, so I take a bucket of water and I go to fluids and I say, hey, fluids, can I go back here? And is it going to export fluids? Doesn't look like it. Is it because of the bottom? Facing all. So let's do down and we'll set that mode to extract, which is what it should be. And it's not even accepting water. You know what? It's probably because I don't have water. I don't have water in my refined storage. Yeah, and I don't have a great way of fixing the water situation in the refined storage. So we might do something else. Yeah, we need an ender tank for sure. Okay, so I'm going to use the ender tank because that's where we're going to have to get our water from. So I might have to change up how I'm going to conceal this. Because at the moment it's setting on this, but I still have to get water to this some way. For right now, I'm just going to place this on top. Drop that. That'll fill that with water for now. And then let's focus on this. So we have it set to items. And we need to give it a few things. So for one, we're going to need uranium or uranite. So I have to export uranite. So that's pretty clear. That goes in there, and that's automatically going to start generating power. And it's going to generate it just without anything. It's generating about 50,000 RF per tick, which is pretty crazy. That's ridiculous. Let's set this to on. I don't want it generating any power. So we just seen by default, it has some heat that it does. About 50,000 RF per tick with just water and that. Now, some other things that it's going to need is redstone blocks, coal blocks. This all sounds crazy. And the dry ice that we've actually been generating. Now, with this, we should see some significant gains. So these go in here. So the block of coal goes in here. This will add a nice efficiency buff. This will add the fuel consumption buff. And then over here, this is a coolant, which helps keep it cool, which allows us to make more energy. So watch this. We're going to see this jump up to like close to 80,000 RF, I believe. As you can see right now, it's producing 70, but I think this thing produces close to like exactly 80,000 RF per tick or more. It's at 88. Okay. So it's producing 88,000 as FE per tick, but they're the same as RF per tick. I'm just so used to calling it RF. So yeah, it produces about 88,000 just on one. And it's not going to be consuming that much fuel. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. And of course, to export all that, we need to put it into our network. So I just need a plug. And we'll be able to pull all this power out. Hook it to our network. And there we go. And then now that I have all this, I'm able to go ahead and grab those nitros that I had and go ahead and hook them back up, because we now have enough power to support this running at max. And the goal is, of course, to add more generators. I think we're getting there with our power. This is way more powerful than the big reactors, just simply because at scale, this is so scalable, and even solar panels could be super scalable. Right? You could fill this whole thing with solar panels and produce like millions of RF per tick. So I think I want to fix that water issue where I can use refined storage for water. But here's the thing. I think I need to use a disk manipulator, set it to fluids, and I want to make sure that it'll only accept water. So how do I go about doing that? That is the thing. So I set this. And now I believe this card will only accept water now that it's been put through this. I think. There's the IO mode inserted in the network. This is also a way that you could dump a card, by the way, into your network, which is pretty handy. But I think now that this is in here, this card should not start filling with anything. Or is it? It's already starting to fill with something. Which it shouldn't. Interesting. Did I just waste this entire card? I mean, I wasted the fluids that went in. I'm gonna have to check how this works. Ah, I see what I had done wrong. I had it in blacklist mode instead of whitelist mode. So if I put this here, now it should have this locked in to water. So if I put this in here, I should not see this increasing or anything. No. So it said stored. I mean, honestly, it shouldn't hold anything except for... It's gaining fluid, though. Weird, it's only supposed to hold water. So, if anything, I have water hooked up to this, and we do have water building up inside these drives. Of course, eventually they're going to fill up, which is kind of crazy. Before long, we'll end up having infinite storage. I mean, that's just going to happen over time. So throw that in there. Perfect. Now let's go see if I can swap out and export items and fluids at the same time. I'm really hoping that I can with this, so I don't have to have a setup like this where the water is just floating on the top. So am I ever going to see this drain? Probably not. Actually, if I remember correctly, this doesn't actually need to contain water or be fed water. It always holds the water. I am derp. I just remembered that. Yeah, that's a thing about this. Like this, you fill it with water, but you don't have to keep filling it with water. It just fills with water, and then you give it dry ice to keep the water cool, and everything flows. Yeah. Wow. Anyways. Yep, that's the case. So I was thinking of ways to cover this up. Oh yeah, this right here, I think is going to make this sort of fit in a whole lot better. And you won't even really notice that this is sort of like a reactor up here. It looks like it's sort of wrapped in. And this is going to make that fit right in. Look at that. Very cool. So I did mention, now that we have our power set up, that we were going to get into another mod, a little special mod that's in here. And that is the buddy cards. And you may be wondering, like, what exactly does the buddy cards do? Well, think of it as like a big kind of a trading thing, but it's sort of a collect them all, sort of like Pokemon, I guess you can say, where you hunt these down and you basically go inside here and you find your buddy card section. And underneath the buddy cards, once you open a pack, you'll see, for example, like this nether set, 0 out of 27. Your goal is to, well, collect them all. And once you collect them all, you actually get rewarded for doing so. And same goes like here. Here's a base set. And I've already opened, I guess, a pack before. And as you can see, I've got 4 out of the 27. Same goes for an inset. Now, to get the base set, we are getting them passively from our mob farm, which is kind of interesting, but I believe you can find base sets in chests. You're more likely to find them in like chests and stuff. And then the nether set you can get from killing the wither. And then I believe the inset you can get from killing the dragon over and over again. And of course, finding these in other places in these dimensions. Now, the buddy cards can also be used to make some pretty nice armor as well. But there's also some other cool things you can do. Like, for example, like, what if I just want to display them, right? In like a spruce sort of display case. I can totally do that. I can literally set up a wall and be my nerdy self and, you know, literally display every single card that I own, you know, if I so desire. Look at that. So I have them all placed there. Let's go ahead and open some of the buddy card packs that we have. We have 14 of the standard. So let's open these. Let's see. We might be able to potentially get every single one here. So I think, like, for example, this is base set, as you can see, 4, 7. I believe they're labeled. Yeah, base set. And they have their own number associated to them. So if you really want, like, this is number 4. I can go like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can place this in slot 4 since that's what it's part of. This is 6, so I know it's going to go there. And you can just use this to organize. So 6, this one's 16. Let's just kind of go through. Here is a 6, but it's a hollow. So you can place that in and sort of swap it out. I believe, am I placing multiples in there? I think it swapped the 6 out. So here's the 1. So if you click on there, it's just going to swap it out. Now, what could be cool is I guess there's a hollow version of each one, and there's also different rarities I'm seeing. But I wonder if those are associated still to that number that's next to them. This is all stuff to learn, right? So here is the 2 slot. And so my goal is to sort of like get these all placed in their home. And then hopefully, I mean, maybe there's like a hollow of all the different kind of versions. That'd be kind of cool. I actually really like this. So I ended up setting up the boards here. So we have set 1 right here that are non-hollow, and then the ones that are hollow over here. And we did get lucky. And apparently this we got an achievement for. Some folks are about to be roasted. So Meltor right here, and it's set 27 and it's hollow. So pretty awesome. That looks like an epic. So yeah, you have the blue, which is like the rare, or maybe the gold is like, so I guess this would be like the common, and then you have the uncommon, rare, and then epic, basically. So just like, you know, your standard. And then as far as this, I have 8 buddy packs. Now, as you can see, I have a bunch of leftover duplicates. Now I think we can also put these in a book, by the way. And it would be easier to honestly put them, I think, in a book like this, a buddy card binder. And then if we have extras, you know, we sort of put them on the wall or whatever. I don't know. It all depends. But like, for example, I want to go ahead and make this buddy card binder. And this will allow us to put all of our duplicates and stuff in there. And I think even the hollows and stuff go in there. It'll hold all your cards. So it's sort of like a nice little way to keep them organized. And you can see how many extras you have of the different types. But does it organize it? No. Like, you can sort in here, but it doesn't organize. I wish you would organize it by base set and the number, but unfortunately it doesn't do that. You'd have to do that yourself. But this I do have ordered. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and place them on the wall, which is really nice. You can even sleeve them. I believe to sleeve a card. Let's actually put this here. Let's sleeve this card because this is like a really nice card. I believe you put it in your offhand and you right click, and now this is graded. And so we have a graded grade C card that we have sleeved. So pretty interesting. Now, some stuff you can do with your leftover buddy cards as well is grind them up, and you have a chance of getting some shredded buddy cards with the create mod here. And the shredded stuff can be turned into buddy steel blend, as you can see. This can then be used to make perfect, or you can smelt this up and actually use this to make like a buddy steel vault. All of these things, just this mod is actually quite expansive. Like, you might think at first, oh, it's just a card thing, but no, you can use it to make this crazy buddy steel armor. And as you can see, power unlocked. Like, I barely even touched the surface of this. Like, this is a very extensive mod here. So I want to see if I can at least get a full set of this. So I'm going to kill a few withers while I'm down here and see if I can't do that. So I ended up getting a few more packs. I'm hoping maybe 9 more of these. Nope. So, okay. So we can hit L here and we can actually see how many we're missing. And we're actually just missing a couple to be able to complete this set. So I killed, to get those 9, I killed 4 withers. So we're pretty close to completing the nether set at least. So now I have about 14 of these buddy packs. And I mean, we were at what, 24? 25, 26, 27. I mean, we only need 3 more. I mean, that's 3 more of the buddy cards. Come on. We can do it. Just 3 more. All right, we haven't gotten it so far. I mean, I don't know how many is left. We have 1 more. 1 more. Out of this whole list. Wow. We have a couple left. And we didn't get it. That just goes to show how difficult this actually might be. I just killed, I don't know, like at least 30 withers just now. Like, luckily this sword, like I was able to summon a bunch at one time and then just straight up just murk all of them, like it destroyed all of them. But still, wow. Let's hope with our last try that we get it. Wow, I got it on my first one. Nether set. You can see right there, and we ended up getting this charm that just randomly appears right in our inventory for completing that advancement. So the nether buddy set metal, and then when we right click it, we get fire resistance, a permanent fire resistance buff for having this metal. I don't know. Oh, the metal ends up going up here. So it goes in one of the Kuro slots, just like that. And yeah, it goes in a metal slot. And that gives us a nice little buff. I think the base set gives us speed, which is pretty nice. So each one of these that you complete, I mean, they are kind of worth completing. That one gives me permanent fire resistance. Like, that's pretty nice. I mean, I can't lie. That's a pretty nice buff. So in just like that, we have a complete set here of all 27 and an almost complete set of all of the hollows. Now, of course, I guess it'd be best to like sleeve them and stuff, but yeah, that actually looks kind of cool. I like having this. So we have this one over here, this one, and of course, we're going to have an end one as well as we just progress through the game. So kind of fun. Buddy cards is one of those things like you don't have to really mess with, but it does have some really nice perks if you do get into it. Did you learn something today? If you did, of course, be sure to comment down below what you did learn. And of course, I do want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video. And that is going to go to Blocker 2099. Thank you so much for your amazing support, by the way. Let me go ahead and throw that on there. There we go. And of course, guys, if you want to be like Blocker and become a Discord premium member, well, all you got to do is join the Discord and check out that premium member section over there on the Discord. But of course, you don't have to be a premium member to join the Discord. I'd love for you to join anyways. And also, be sure to check me out on Twitch. If you didn't know, I do live stream over on Twitch. I'm streaming 2 times a week at the moment. Of course, be sure to check my Twitch channel. You will see that I have the schedule listed there if you're new. And of course, guys, as of right now, it's going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I stream for about 4 hours on those days. Normal schedule, though, should be back to 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. But yeah, if you didn't know I streamed over on Twitch, be sure to check that out because I absolutely love hanging out with you guys, and it's a great place for me to do so. And we play all kinds of games in Minecraft, and at the moment I'm playing this pack in a different world, and we're experimenting with different things. So be sure to check that out. And of course, guys, I hope you enjoyed. And if you do, be sure to click that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.